The fastest way to lower credit utilization. The fastest way to lower credit utilization. Stay tuned because this may be something you haven't heard of, but hopefully you take full advantage of. What up? You got Mr. Smith, 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this brief video, I want to talk to you about the fastest way to lower credit utilization. You see, credit utilization controls 30% of your credit score, so it's very important. And a lot of people have realized the importance that credit utilization plays as it relates to their credit profile. In fact, a lot of people even realize the speed to which they can boost their credit by lowering credit utilization alone. So what is credit utilization in brief before we dive into the fastest way to lower your credit utilization? In brief, credit utilization is a line of credit. Typically, it comes from credit cards. So if you have a credit card, you have opened up a line of credit, and the utilization is the amount to which you have used the overall credit limit. So how much of your credit limit have you utilized? That determines your credit utilization. Brief example that I always give, $1,000 credit limit. If you've used $800 out of that $1,000, that's 80% utilization. If you've used $500 of that credit card, that's 50% utilization. But if you do what we recommend and you have used $70 of their utilization, then that's less than 10%, 7% utilization as it relates to your credit profile. Why is that important? Because the more buying power that you have on your credit card, the more you're rewarded. The more you get the points that are available that come from credit utilization. I said earlier, credit utilization is 30% of your score. That equates to 165 points. So in order to obtain that 165 points that comes from that, your utilization should be low. You can even pay it off in full, pay off a zero balance every week that you use it, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Some people do it monthly. Whatever works for you, you just need to know when that credit card will be being reported to the bureaus so that you can be ahead. So that way you have the utilization low before they report. So that's a powerful thing for you to understand because that helps you get the max amount of points available from your credit card. Now, the higher limits credit cards you have tend to pan out and work better. The more you use the card tends to help out better as well as how you go about paying that card off. That helps you as well. And you can have multiple credit cards. Some say 3 is the sweet spot, and that's what I tend to notice as well. 3 is kind of like a sweet spot, but you don't want to just have a lot of them. You want to be strategic in your using the credit cards, but there's no limit. Some people have 20 plus credit cards because they're using the points. The fact of the matter is you just got to understand how they work so you can benefit from them versus the companies or the banks or the creditors benefiting from you. So you got to use it strategically, and the best way to do it is by keeping that utilization low. Now, with that being said, and I must say this, unsecured credit cards carry more weight than secured credit cards. Secured credit cards can play a part in helping your score, and I'm not demonizing that because there's certain ones that I've seen help. However, unsecured cards tend to work better, especially, when done correctly and when used properly. So unsecured cards is what I recommend. And usually I like to wait for my clients to get their credit score at a certain point so we can get pre-qualified for a certain card. They get a limit. And then once they get that limit, regardless of what it is, whether it's 500 or 3,000, you want to make good payments and keep that utilization low. Why? So that way you can heighten the chances of you getting a credit limit increase, which heightens your buying power and helps contribute to your score, as well as when you try to apply for other credit cards. Now you're in position because other credit card lenders will see, oh, this person was trusted with $5,000. Okay, we can give them equivalent or more. So it just helps as it relates to your relationships with the banks and entities. And I apologize for the sounds, the chimes, and things of that nature. Now, let's talk about getting that credit utilization low and the number one way to go about getting that credit utilization lower, the income shifting strategy. Income shifting is the number one way to lower your credit utilization because it allows you to tap into 5 cash flow streams. That's right. 5 cash flow streams, all from things you may already be doing anyway. That's the power. You see, a lot of times people may recommend you do certain things, but if you can make it happen with things you're already doing anyway, then it minimizes you having to do a lot of extra stuff. So income shifting is all about getting money back from people who are taking it in a way that robs you of your cash flow. So with the income shifting strategy, we show people, how are you leaving money on the table? If you work a job, you may be leaving $200 to $800, over $1,000 a month on the table just by not properly understanding how to properly minimize your taxes while working at a job. Most people overpay. When I say most, over 80% of people overpay in taxes at their job and don't even know it. That's over 100 million Americans overpaying and don't even know it. Our strategy teaches you how to not overpay so that you're able to bring in that $200, $500, $800, $1,000 a month. And imagine you dumping that on your credit cards. Your utilization will go down. It'll be a thing of the past. And now you're able to benefit from the 165 points that comes from credit utilization off of that one strategy alone. And I told you about 5. Well, we also teach you how to better your credit. Once you better your credit, you lower your interest rates in many cases. And you're able to lower the amount you have to pay on premiums, insurance, and different things. So now your cash flow is created from that. Plus, what you have in that additional cash flow, if you have debt and you're paying off that debt, now you're saving money on interest. You're paying off debt sooner. So the money that was once going towards paying off debt is now going back to you, increasing your cash flow even more on top of the $200 to $800 or $1,000 that you're able to get from the first strategy. So that's 3 streams of income right there. In addition to that, if you learn investing from our income shifting strategy, now you're able to take money and grow money. So now you take $100 and you turn it into $500, or you take $500, you turn it into $1,000. Over time, and sometimes short term, you're able to grow your cash flow. Now you can keep that money in that investment account and let it grow, or sometimes you're able to extract and use that cash flow if necessary strategically. But many times we recommend that you just keep that money in there, let it grow, and do what you need to do in order to build wealth. But that's a whole nother cash flow stream. So keep those things in mind. In addition to that, one of the other best ways of creating more cash flow and creating more income streams or cash flow streams is by setting up some form of a side hustle, or I don't like to call it a side hustle, but another business, some type of stream of income in the form of a home-based business. Our income shifting membership teaches you how to have your own business, and you're learning finances, and you're learning credit, and you're learning cash flow, and you're learning investments. And now you're able to make money by giving people access to what it is that you're already doing, which unlocks a 6th cash flow stream, which is tons of tax deductions, hundreds of tax deductions. If you're watching me right now, it's a good chance you're watching me on the phone. There's no way you should be paying 100% of that phone bill. A portion of your phone bill should be a tax deduction. That's one of the things that we teach inside the membership. Another thing is, a lot of people drive a car. The miles that you drive, percentages of those miles should be tax deductions. We teach that. If you travel, parts of your travel should be tax deductible. If you have kids and you're paying them, it's a way to make some of the money that you're paying them a wage that they've earned, not an allowance, or not just you doing for your kids, which you will do anyway. But that's tax deductions that come along with it, outside of other things that you may already be doing. And that's just a list of few, as well as you getting the membership. That can be 100% tax deductible because it's not free. It includes all types of tools and resources, give you a goal, a layout so you can know your debt freedom date, showing you how to put more money in your pocket so you can lower your utilization and boost your credit score, and then teach you how to clean up your credit. It's loaded. So of course it's not free, but those who put some skin in the game, then they actually benefit from it because it's pennies to get started. I mean, it's really laughable when you think about it. You're able to get access to this membership for less than $40 a month. All because this membership taught you how to do all of those things, and because we're running a special. So if you want access to that strategy, that income shifting strategy, partnered up with that membership so you can maximize that strategy, then I highly recommend you click the available link below. But that's how you go about lowering your utilization, by creating more cash flow streams. Those additional cash flow streams go towards lowering your utilization. The utilization gets low and your credit score goes up. But as a benefit, it's bigger than just your credit score going up because of the utilization. You created more cash flow to get out of debt faster. Now you're debt free, regardless of your credit score. You've been able to learn investing and start putting your money in a place that it grows. Now you're building wealth, regardless of your credit score. You've been able to keep more of your cash flow so you can do certain things with it, such as lifestyle and or freeing up yourself, regardless of your credit score. So I want you to understand that credit is just a part of your overall financial goals in many cases. However, if you implement the whole income shifting strategy and what it teaches, Now you're positioning yourself to create generational wealth. Click the link. You'll see an enrollment form. Get enrolled. It's pennies. Literally, you get access to this for less than $40 a month. Tax deductible, 100% tax deductible if you implement and follow the process. 100% tax deductible and unlocks other tax deduction. Fill out the form, get enrolled. I get a notification and I see your next steps. I got your next 30 days laid out so I can put you in the best position to win, but also better your credit score in a timely fashion. That's all I got for this video. Hope you got value. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.